Here, you want to see this mic disappear?
Oh shit, bro! I tried it before. You need way more lube than that. Are you experienced?
I have a thing where if my mind tells my, are we recording? If my mind tells my ass to start lubricating, I could sit on that mic and it'll disappear. The only thing you'll hear is my inside intestines.
He's better than David Blaine.
Some people say it's mind over matter. It's just mind over anus. I'm telling you.
Yeah. This is episode 2 of the Temple of Zoomers
Squat
podcast.
over and squat and cough, boy.
Squat and cough.
Trying to see that asshole fart.
Dude.
I'm trying to see that asshole make a kissy at me.
So Josh, what was that funny story?
Fucking Koreans, man. Alright, so I think we were all trying to meet up at our friend's house, and we took separate cars. I was alone with some other dude, and then like 2 other people were in another car. I dropped the guy off. He went into his apartment, and then I tried to find a parking spot, so I went and found that. And then I went back to the apartment at the parking lot because I started calling them. Oh god, this fucking order is terrible, but I can't, dude. I'm shitty at storytelling, but I'm sure.
It's okay.
All right.
What's the basics of the story? Somebody.
I'm getting there. It was like right there. All right. So I'm calling my friend because I'm like, where the fuck are you guys? And one guy I've never met before. He's like running with us. He fucking he calls me, and then I'm like, okay, where are you guys at? And then I'm walking into the parking lot of the apartment, and he says, like, oh, like I thought he saw me, right? And then there was a car in the parking lot, and it started like accelerating and driving towards me. Yeah. So I was just like, oh, well, that's them. So I sit down in front of the car, stare at it, and just make a come here gesture. And then it goes on for like 10 seconds. Then a fucking random Asian dude like in his 40s comes out. He's like, what? And then I was just super fucking embarrassed, and I got up immediately. Oh, dude, I'm sorry, bro. He was out with his fucking wife, probably gonna get dinner or some shit. It was the most embarrassing shit, bro.
Who gives a fuck? Fuck
If
that.
that was me, I probably would have just kicked your ass.
Probably just
Probably.
pulled my concealed.
Nah, dude, it was an Asian dude. He probably couldn't even see me. He's using his like Asian senses. He's like channeling his chi to like, oh, I see a fucking fat beaner right there sitting on the floor.
Any stories to bounce off that?
Well,
fat
yeah,
titties.
Severely
there's a lot of
racist
stories
story.
of Josh embarrassing himself, not being aware of his surroundings
yeah.
in public.
Oh, there's so
Like
many.
when
Well,
we
dude,
were
it was
fucking
late at
eating
night.
and you fucking Mexican bean piece of shit, and some cholo happens to be walking by.
Oh, that was...
What
Oh,
the fuck
dude.
you just say, fool?
That guy was
What'd you
not a
just
cholo.
say?
Dude,
He was a wannabe cholo.
Dude,
he
that guy-
fucking lived when fucking
If-
South County and
if that guy's
visited LA once and was like, yo, I got some cousins home.
If that guy's a cholo, then I'm the fucking captain of the cartel or however that shit works.
Captain of the Cartel.
I don't fucking know, man. Anyways, so, it's November right now as of recording. It's November 10th or 11th right now.
I don't know, dude.
So, right now, everybody's talking about no shave and no nut November. So, do you guys want to talk about those topics first?
Well, no shave
I jerk
November.
off.
I'm only doing because I don't want to shave anymore. It's a lazy ass excuse. No nut November. I lasted about a day and a half.
No nut November.
You lasted?
Yeah, no November is literally the fucking dumbest thing ever.
I
Like-
think it's kind of smart, bro.
It's totally like, I know I sound like a fucking a BuzzFeed article here, but like it's totally just incel dumb shit. Like, oh, I'm not gonna jerk off for a whole month to women because some fucking neckbeard on 4chan told me to.
Yo, but also like people are genuinely addicted to porn. Like that's how people like start
It's a
going.
problem. It's
Like
a
no,
problem
people
in my
start
life.
people start with like regular porn and that doesn't satisfy them, so they start like going to the hardcore section. And then like the
Then next thing you know, they're
then
gay.
Pornhub doesn't even work for them anymore, so they gotta go to like some heavy R shit. And then it's down the fucking rabbit hole.
And then you're into cuckolds and fucking
cuckold shit and
Anal.
horses.
Yeah.
Pay
No,
somebody
you're right.
$40 an hour to
It's
shove
a-
ground beef up
It's
your
something
ass
that's
for
totally
$5.
not talked about is that I mean, I think we kind of mentioned it last episode, but porn is totally just like watching NASCAR to learn how to drive. It really is. Like,
it's a fantasy.
You're watching this like made up thing, like a fucking Marvel movie. This girl's getting bent upside down, and she's like fucking doing it. She's like bent 360 degrees, and he's like putting it in her fucking asshole while putting his fingers in her mouth.
Marvel movies to learn how to fight.
Yeah, Captain America teaches me how to fight every fucking day. Freedom fighting, that is.
You know that NASCAR, you just keep going left, you go on straight, and you just
going left, 135 miles an hour.
What you gonna do? You going left
again, boy? I think the thing too is like because people they're into porn now these days so early, like when they're young, that they kind of like lose that experience. Because I think like when you're meant to have sex, like think about it before porn, like you touch a girl's boob, and then you're like, ooh, I don't know. It's kind of like this. I don't want to say innocent thing because you're deflowering a chick. But it is kind of like this wholesome version of sex. It's not like, oh, let me fucking spit in your mouth. As like your first experience, you know? It's like this slow, gradual. You're not supposed to act like that until if you're like a fucking loser in your 30s doing that shit, you know? I think
at that point, you just hire a prostitute.
Right?
Tahoe, it's like, Nevada.
If you want that, and then like high school girls are doing this stuff. Like
they've been doing this shit.
No, but like it was totally way different. Like a girl that was great at sex in like we were watching the 70s show. A girl that's great at sex in the 70s is nowhere near compared to like just a random high school chick today. Like they're like everybody's like a pro at it for some reason.
I forget. I was just in American Sign Language class with a demographic of 97% female. And this girl at my table shows me a video. It was on somebody's private Snap. Or like your second account, your spam or whatever.
Yeah.
It was a 17-year-old tying up a 13-year-old.
This is David talking.
Yeah.
And just like, it was disgusting. And it was like people we knew. Well, not we knew, but we've definitely seen just walking in the hallways.
How is there a 13
between 17 the dude, 13
How was this was when we were in high school?
Yeah.
How was there a 13-year-old in high school?
There wasn't, you dumb piece of shit. The 17-year-old went to our school. God, you lack that much common sense that you.
No, but
4 years younger.
That should be illegal.
Yeah, and tying her up. Dude,
it's so. Fucked. I think it should be. It totally. It's illegal right now, of course, and I think. I forgot where I was going.
I should fuck kids.
No.
Pedophilia is alright. I can do it.
I think one thing people are like, oh, especially when you're younger, the thing about sex is I'm not trying to like say, oh, no, kids can have sex. Look, if you do it, just keep, obviously that's a secret taboo thing, which I think needs to be kept. But I think there's a lot of things that people don't talk about. Is like 4 years when you're that age is way different to 4 years in the real world. Like, my parents are, like, 5 years apart, but you can't really tell because they didn't marry till they were, like in their late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah. There's a 9-year difference between my parents.
Think about it. That a 1-year-old and a 4-year-old or a 1-year-old and a 5-year-old are 4 years apart. And then a 41-year-old and a 45-year-old are 4 years apart. But there's a big difference between those two because your brain is still developing and, stuff like that. So it really is, like, 17, you're almost a fully fledged adult, legal age aside. You're like built up, and 13 you're like fucking barely having your period and you're getting pounded by this fucking dude. Like it's just insane. It's insane.
The basis of Jeffrey Epstein not killing himself. Think about all those elites on those planes.
Well, I saw some evidence that proved. I don't know if it proves Bill Clinton's innocent. Oh, we're going back into fucking depressing shit again. We're going into bad territory again, but
you were literally you just talked about a fucking 17-year-old like fucking some 13-year-old.
Yeah, but that's more lighthearted than that's more lighthearted than a global. That's more lighthearted than a globalist conspiracy that everybody's fucking pulling the strings of a pedophile ring.
But going back, porn is addicting and it leads to billionaires being able to fuck kids on a plane.
It's a fucking strange connection if you're able to draw.
Yeah, but no,
somehow true.
I think there's not really a connection there, but there is a connection of just like you said, craving, Josh. Like people are like, oh, I just need something more. If you're a billionaire and you have everything in the world,
like crave.
Yeah, I'm craving it. No, but like if you have everything in the world, you're a billionaire, like Jeffrey Epstein, or a millionaire, or whatever the fuck he was. right? And it's like I could have anything in the world. The next step from there to keep things interesting is doing shit that's illegal.
Yeah.
You know, that's like the natural step. I'm not saying that if I was a billionaire, I'd do that. Of course, he's a sick fucking. I'm glad he's dead, but he definitely didn't kill himself.
Is he even
But-
dead though?
Nah, he's
It's not
dead.
even like.
He's dead. Look, they
I
ruled.
don't fucking know.
They ruled that his death was a homicide, or like there was a lot of evidence to his homicide. Of course, they're not going to declare that because that would be an open investigation.
I'm not saying anything, but the guards are a lot richer now.
I'm not saying anything, but there's a reason that guard was able to drive in with a Ferrari today to work. But
Like how a janitor at
yeah,
elementary school would always roll up in a 7 Series BMW.
yeah.
God.
But porn is super addicting. I mean, it is. I feel like
I
anything
can literally just pull it up in like literally half a second.
Yeah,
right?
with everything at the touch of our fingertips, you could have porn like in the back of an Uber.
And then that probably is gonna, what do they say that jacking off leads to?
Hair on
Like
your
prostate
hands.
cancer.
No, it stops prostate cancer.
I heard it.
I think that's if you like shove up your ass.
Urethra?
No, you're fucking.
Putting anything up your ass is really
I don't
fun.
think jerking off all day every day for.
There's a guy.
At least I've been doing that for like 5 years straight now. It's probably not healthy. It probably has some long-term effects.
Man, I heard a
Ah,
story.
a little erectile dysfunction never hurt anyone.
I'm
Yeah.
31 years old.
I heard this story, man, about this guy. I don't know if it's true or if it's just like I don't know what you'd call it, a modern fairy tale. It's not really a fairy tale. But I heard this guy jerked off like 42 times until he started coming blood and he kept going and died.
Oh, that's a champion.
Because he just fucking milked dry all of his fucking...
One time I think I
See.
jacked off so much I had like, what is it when your muscles tighten up from overuse?
Cramp.
I think my balls cramped up.
Ah, dude, same. Like one day, I don't know why the fuck I was going so hard, but I was probably jerking off for like an hour and a half. Like, no, not even like no nutting, dude. I just kept going for like an hour and a half. I was training
When
for
was
the fucking
this?
Olympics. Probably like middle school.
Shit, you were nutting in middle school.
And
You
yeah,
weren't?
dude, like when I finally fucking came, my balls hurt so bad. Like there was no relief. It just fucking hurt. And then like it
It's
fucking
the fattest load
it was
ever,
like
though.
and so my sister's room was connected to like the living room, and like my balls hurt so fucking bad that like I just like opened the door and I was like walking like this, like fucking like half squatting, just like trying not to get my balls to hit my thighs because it hurt so fucking bad. I went to the freezer and there was no fucking ice, so I just put milk in a bag for some fucking reason and just put it on my balls. It fucking sucked, dude.
Dude, there's
For like 2 days afterwards, this shit was so sore.
we just
Oh
lost
my.
any possible like possibility of a female listener.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude, glory days.
Mine was just, I slept it off.
I don't think I've ever had it that bad, but
I think I probably fucking burst a few blood vessels or some shit that day.
yeah, I mean
It's
it's
one hell of an exercise though. An hour and a half? Like,
Shit,
how
bro.
strong is your forearm?
I got some bicep tone now.
There's been times where I just stopped because like shit's hurting so much.
It's like it's
Really?
worth. One time I remember being younger and I was like, I need to get this off, and my forearm was killing me. So I just grabbed my forearm and I squeezed it, and I was like, keep going, keep going.
I
Whole
just
ass.
use your left hand.
And then I started going like,
just use
like
your
a-
left hand, bro.
huh?
It's weird.
No, it
Weird.
feels better with the left hand, bro.
I couldn't ever do it like that.
I
And then
used to, like, know
when I
tricks,
turned to
like-
a certain age, like now I'll just be like starting it and then I'll be like, nah, I don't want to do this
I
shit.
don't really
right
want,
now.
I don't really want it
I do
anymore.
that a lot.
A long
I
time,
never
yeah.
finish.
A long time ago, what I used to do to like stop doing it like fucking 10 times a day was I was like, all right, every time you do it, you're gonna do 50 push-ups. And I did that for a while, and then I got it down to like 1 time a day, and now it's like I don't really do it. I mean, I do it now, like I just don't do it that much.
Yeah,
It never sprays up in your
It's
head.
totally it's totally like a teenage thing, you know.
easy. Yeah, bro, the whole hormones and shit.
But now, like I said,
Shows
because
us go how disgusting
Yeah.
every teenage boy is.
Yeah,
teenagers in general, I think,
teenagers are pretty gross.
yeah. Spit on my
That's so fucking
put it in my
stupid.
ass. What? Yeah.
Like think about the shit you thought about life just 3 years ago. How fucking stupid were you then?
Dude, if I could
compared
go
to
back
now?
3 years from now, I'd be like the fucking president of the United States. If I
I
knew what I
don't see the
knew.
connection there, but I can definitely I stressed over the dumbest shit.
Yeah.
I thought things that were like so fucking backwards.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I don't think Trump's a good president. I hate that bastard.
Bro, no, it's fucking 3 years ago or whatever the fuck. I was writing that shit heavy, bro. Trump train? Now I'm a fucking lib.
2016, 3 years ago. What was I doing 3 years from now? Probably in my room fucking watching iDubbbz or some shit. Some vintage
Yeah.
YouTube. PewDiePie before the N-word.
Bro, literally, I had like the worst masturbation habits, bro. It's fucking bad.
Nah,
Maybe I
it's-
shouldn't.
I feel like every
bro.
teenage boy is like, they do that. It's like, I remember I would go like fucking 10 times a day.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
I've
that
been on
crazy.
that before.
Even
When I
our
discovered-
friend in Army boot camp was like, man, I miss jacking off so much. Like, I would try to do it at every opportunity I had.
Really?
Yeah.
Jacking
He said
off
it
is-
only happened like 3 times, though.
I feel like I heard somebody say this one time, and I think it's very valid about jerking off. It's kind of a dangerous thing, because I feel like, imagine if you didn't jerk off, how much more motivated you would be to find a girl, like to find a physical girl, instead of just
Find
like
a
going on
pothole
your
in the
fucking
ground and just start
instead of
going
go-
to town.
drill
You
a
guys
hole
ever
in your
been walked
drywall.
in on?
Huh?
Ever been walked in on?
Yeah.
Oh, by which family member?
Yeah, bro.
I have like several stories for each family member.
I think I've gotten several stories for each.
This is a long time
I
ago,
think I've
like
only
back
had,
when I
like,
was in high
2
school,
ever.
but
I'm pretty stealthy with that shit.
Yeah, I was pretty stealth with it.
I
too.
still-
You know what's
discovered-
easy when you got a 1-inch cock?
I used to not be able to delete my history, but when I discovered the incognito tab in like freshman year, like way back then,
You're like, holy fuck.
I was like, all right, so this is your life now.
You know,
But- Yeah,
I think in like 8th grade I was so addicted to porn
that
that
laptop.
like I put I didn't even fucking bother going to the search incognito. I literally just like bookmarked Pornhub and then like put a bunch of other bookmarks so it would like cover it up and then just scroll down a little bit.
Because it's like, who's gonna check your phone? Who's gonna care if there's like a billion things? There's a chance.
I
you're
used to
gonna
care like a lot about it, but now it's just like incognito. That shit's fine.
Yeah, I mean,
Private?
dude, like, just from my years of experience, like, all these years, like, I told Josh, like, I could cover up and lie, but, like, unfortunately, I could name, like, a shit ton of porn stars at the top of my head. You know, like, I used to, like, in senior year and, like, junior year in high school, I used to tell people, like, oh, porn is fucking retarded. It's like, but secretly I was
Yeah,
going home. I mean, I wasn't, like,
I knew that.
I wasn't there, like, 5 times a day, like, yeah. But, I mean, like,
You
hey,
gotta make sound effects, bro.
you know, it's
Make
pretty,
me
it is,
uncomfortable.
yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
dangerous. You guys need to talk more, because I feel like I'm fucking talking so much, everybody's like, shut the fuck up, Ethan.
Well, I had a story and then I just lost track of that shit.
Yeah.
Bro, kill yourself.
You
Oh
shouldn't.
yeah, dude. No, not a story, but I don't understand the fucking hype behind who's Mia Khalifa. Bro, I don't get it, bro. She's got like
She's got nothing going for her.
she's kind of ugly.
She's a better Instagram thought.
Big beak.
Why would you even follow that on Instagram?
She's got a beak nose, some big fake titties.
I don't, but
Disgusting
Gunner's
titties,
likes
bro.
every
Looks like
single one of her
calories.
pictures.
Oh, dude.
Why,
Disgusting
bro?
tits, and she's got like these eyebrows that are like
You gotta bleep that.
the
name
size
out.
of fucking Gargamel from the Smurfs, you know?
Fuck.
But, yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Jamie, pull that shit up.
Pull that shit up.
That's
No, but I think
Joe Rogan.
I think No Nut November is a good thing ultimately. I just don't think like the roots of it are like the best. I think like we watch like as young dudes we watch way too much fucking porn, like even if it's a little bit, cause like it's not realistic. It's not like it's just all a fantasy, and you're just jerking off to like some shit that never happens. And then like 5 years down the line, you get like ED, dick snaps in half.
And you expect. But the thing is too, like when you're watching those things in the show,
It's like overexposure.
like you're like, okay, that's what it needs to be like in the real world. I need to wait for a fucking 10 to walk in, and you know, I'm gonna put her on all fours and then stand her up on her hands and shit.
My
That stuff
standards have
doesn't
gotten
happen.
so low that I'll fuck a 2 if I'm drunk.
My standard is if a bag can fit over the head, it's good enough for me. No,
Okay, Ted Bundy.
I don't know who that is.
Bro, this guy, he looks like a Jeffrey Dahmer.
He looks like a.
You think he drilled a brain of a little black child and put acid in that shit? Try to make him a sex slave?
Wasn't he not?
Yeah.
Wasn't Jeffrey Dahmer?
He was a
a
cool-ass
serial
dude.
killer, right? And he ate people.
Bro, he was a gay serial killer who fucking preyed on like young boys.
Didn't he eat
young
them?
black boys. Yeah, he was crazy.
I remember
ass
people
motherfucker.
saying,
And he was like one of those normal type people.
didn't he make
Yeah.
it like? Didn't he try to make it known that he's like, oh, I only ate black people because they were the only people in my neighborhood. I'm not a racist. It's like, dude, you're a fucking cannibal. You don't really. I don't think adding racist to the card is gonna make much of a difference.
He's a cannibal, but he's also a little Nazi. It's fine. It's cool.
Yeah.
What you got in your hand right there, buddy?
This is called the Stiz.
Oh my god.
Do you have a sticker on this? That was like
No,
made
Nah,
for
dude,
it?
Yeah.
it's just laser etched on that shit.
Is this a Stiz skin?
Dude,
Yes.
but yeah, I think I've made a 180 on November. I just think it's very good to just stop jerking off altogether. But I'm not like this fucking warlord that's like, do not jerk off.
Alright, you guys want to know like? No, I'm not gonna tell that.
Wait,
story.
we gotta
It's
wrap
just
this.
way
We gotta
too
wrap this
embarrassing.
topic up right now. Then
Well,
Nice little
okay.
bow.
Well, I think people should not overexpose themselves to porn, so they don't fucking like go into some heavy dark shit.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's
I think you should use imagination more. Can you get your fucking toes off this goddamn hair boy?
God damn, David. You,
God damn, David.
you fucking
But
Vietnam cursing
I think
shirt.
it's
Alright, I'm
okay
gonna
to
go
not watch a
get
lot of
some
porn. It's
cookies.
okay to just skip jerking
Yeah, you
off.
stuff
You
your
know,
fat
it's
ass.
probably good for you if anything. So next topic.
Yeah.
Heroin?
My final my final thoughts on jerking off in November. I think it's kind of a dumb thing. Just like this whole incel thing of, oh, don't jerk off, bro. Oh, wink, wink, wink. But at the same time, there is some good values to not jerking off and
Yeah.
trying to. It gets you out in the real world more and wants you to.
So
To
basically,
find some.
Ethan just wants you to fuck heavy. Just
Basically,
fuck
get out there in the real
24/7.
world and just fucking. Why are
Get
these
out
No,
there.
frozen?
none of that. It's none of that.
Fuck
Basically,
bitches.
stop being a fucking
Suck
loser.
dick. It's all good, bro. Why are these cold?
Horrible audio. But next topic. No shave November. David's the only one doing it.
Mm-hmm. I'm the only one who could grow a beard.
Yeah, dude.
I
I
can-
don't even have the
I could
hair
grow
for
I'm
it.
the only one who can grow a thick old neck beard like this.
I can do it, but I shave every day.
I have like all 10 hairs on my fucking chin.
Yeah.
Josh, you probably don't even need a shave. You're a baby.
Nah, dude, I
face.
do, but like, cause it looks like a little like wispy, like you know, like Master Shifu from fucking Kung Fu Panda, like those wispy hairs. I look like a
Yeah,
fucking.
it's get
reaper.
fucking Oreo all over my bed, you piece of
Get
shit.
your fucking toes over my wire, faggot.
Okay, so
You lost Oreo privileges, fat fucking bean.
privilege.
Oh,
Check your white privilege.
Take it away again, boy. Give me my stiz back.
So let's talk about the Joker while it's still popular. What do you guys? Did you guys like it?
Nah, fucking stuff.
It had some cool scenes, but I thought it was generally like very long and boring and like, alright,
Really?
let's wrap this shit up.
I really liked it, but I think it's just the media coverage around it was fucking stupid. They were trying to make a tragedy out of it, but like literally nothing but memes and like. fun
But it's
shit
a
came out of
comedy. No, it was
That
great.
scene where he fucking kills a friend and the little guy can't get to the
Spoilers.
door.
it. I think it's long enough that.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
was
it's long
so
enough that
funny.
If you haven't seen
Spoiler
Joker
alert.
by now, like,
Hey guys,
Fuck
spoiler
yourself.
alert! Fucking midget dies.
no, not the midget, the
I
fat
kill
guy dies.
midgets.
But I think it's the highest grossing rated R movie of all time, and it probably will be for a long time. Because it was spun so hard that it was this offensive.
Incel trainer.
Yeah, everybody's talking about this whole incel thing, but there's nothing in it. There's nothing about him craving pussy. You know, like he imagines himself having a girlfriend, but that's not the point of the story.
He's literally schizophrenic. Like I don't know how.
People, I mean, there's totally I think there's a lot. Let's just open this shit up and like try to avoid the plastic. I think there's a whole lot of Let's just open it up and avoid the plastic, like the. But there's a whole lot of commentary in it. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to Josh about this the other day. People say Thomas Wayne's a piece of shit in the movie, but also, you know, I originally thought too that Joker is like in the middle of it. He doesn't like Thomas Wayne, but he doesn't really have an allegiance to the people. because they're very ultra, I don't know, middle class or whatever. But they want people dead, and then the rich people are bad too. But then more looking into it, they're not even bad. Like, what's the worst thing Thomas Wayne did in the movie? Oh, he punched he punched a guy who like touched his mouth, the inside of his son's mouth. He punched him in the face and said, "Stay the fuck away from my son." Fair. And then he said people. He didn't call poor people clowns. What did he say? He said something like, "If you don't try to live up to your full potential in life and don't, then you're a clown." Which is
basically
true.
like represented Republicans, right? like a
Pretty much.
pull yourself up by the bootstraps and get your head out of your ass and get moving.
But I didn't really see anything bad with that. I mean, there's only one half of that side of that coin that wanted to kill people, and it was the "fuck you, let's kill the rich, fucking clowns, yeah."
Fucking clown.
And
But
Joker's.
didn't he like treat his mom like shit or something too?
That was the boyfriend.
No, Thomas Wayne? I don't know.
There was no evidence of that in the movie.
I mean, a lot of it is just left open in the air. I mean, like, it's... I think that a lot of it is just, like, part of the haze of, like, he's schizophrenic and you kind of don't really know what's going on. Like, you have an understanding, but it's like you don't have a reliable narrator. Like, Joker's just crazy.
Yeah, you don't know what is real. Which
Yeah.
I fucking hate that in movies. I feel like
Really?
this is think about so many movies that have the Inception. Was it real? Fuck off. You know?
What's
Give me a
so-
definitive ending.
Why do you want a definitive? I mean, I watch a lot of movies, and it's like it just gets boring to see the same like rehash, like good ending, like everything works out fine. Like
If
I
you're
want more
fucking
variety.
stupid
in my
like
just
me,
saw-
and you can't even keep up. That's my problem with a lot of movies. I question it way too much, and then I get confused on what even happened, and then I'm just fucking stupid.
I can't watch a lot of fucking like.
You're not stupid. You're a fucking retard.
I just fucking hate like most blockbusters now. Like, or like if not hate, it's like just kind of like just feel indifferent about them just because they're all the fucking same. Like Hobbs and Shaw, goddamn, I don't know why people like.
I
that
loved
movie.
that movie.
I fucking want to
Oh
kill
my
myself.
God.
I'm
I
a-
thought I
so
said
brain
this.
I only watched it because he goes to Samoa and I'm a Samoan.
Oh,
So I
okay.
like I went there
Yeah,
with my
like-
family.
Hey guys,
But-
I'm 164th Samoan.
No, I'm
Just see me beating my chest in the jungle.
What do you
I'm a
guys
quarter
think
Samoan, my
about
dad is half.
Oh shit.
like those movies that they only come out on Netflix? Should they get like those awards and stuff still?
Roma.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like film's film. It's like
Yeah,
The
not-
Irishman.
But then the whole like, that's weird. Like now, like forever, a movie came out. Where do you go to see it? The
Netflix.
movie theater.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then like now they come out. Oh, you don't have a Netflix subscription? Fuck off! Like,
No, I think they should have like theatrical releases. Like they should have released El Camino.
They do.
They did?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, I didn't see it at my theater. I went to like 2 different theaters. I didn't see
It's very exclusive. Like if you want to see it, you'll go out of your way to drive and see it. I think it was at
I still didn't even see it. I didn't.
I think it was at a Harkins theater, like some really nice theater. Maybe it was in an ArcLight.
I call
But
myself a fan.
Those
of
are in
fucking
like
Breaking
Los
Bad.
Angeles. I think there's one in Orange County. But I think you're kind of right. But do you think that things are moving away from TV? Like with Disney just announced like 10
Disney Plus.
fucking Marvel shows. I think Marvel's going like they're gonna crash and burn hard.
No, well, they still have the X-Men though. The X-Men IP.
they have so many good
They have a
movies
lot
out
of
right
shit.
now, though.
No. I think like their saga is like bow. It's wrapped in a bow at the end of Endgame.
Yeah.
And Kevin Feige, the guy that's in charge of Marvel, is like, "Oh, you have to watch the new shows to understand the movies." It's like I'm not fucking sitting
he said
through.
that?
Yeah, he said that. And they're
Yeah.
hour-long episodes, and I think they're about 8 episodes long. That's 8 hours dedicated to each character, and there's literally about 10 shows. That's fucking 80 hours of my life that I just have to sit and watch characters that I don't give a flying fuck about. You know?
Well, my thing,
I
why did
would
they kill all the
still
good
watch them.
fucking characters? Like none of the characters that I left.
I mean, they
like,
were
I
probably
really wanna
fucking
root
tired of
for.
it. They're probably tired of all these fucking the neckbeard superhero fans. Are, oh, can you please tell me if they're gonna be doing what they did in the comics in issue number 421?
Well, I don't see why they just don't write new characters for film like exclusively. I think that'd be a lot better. Like so at least like they have some
Yeah,
fucking originality.
It's kind of what we talked about last. It's kind of like what we talked about last week, where everything's just about nostalgia and rehashing. Everything's a fucking sequel now. There's no original movies. Like the
Blame
closest
Hollywood
thing.
for that shit. No, dude, I saw
I mean, I guess we could blame. I guess the consumer or whoever, because
Well,
they're the ones buying it.
Yeah, you could blame. Because people still watch it.
Yeah,
It's like the Hollywood studios and the people who are like
Yeah.
just keep watching shit.
But it's
Like
yeah.
my dumbass watched the fucking last Terminator movie, the one that just dropped. Like
Oh
I
my
enjoyed
God,
it, but
that was
god
horseshit.
damn, it was so bad compared to the original.
I want to go see it.
Like I barely. It was like barely.
Terminator.
above
What is it about Terminator that's a franchise? Like it's just 2 movies about a
two
mom,
great movies, and then the fucking rest are just
and then just
ass.
fucking 4 like 2 mediocre and then 2 shit.
Yeah.
Is it redneck to say that my favorite type of movies are based off of just like real life war?
No. I mean, I had my face.
Isn't Chris Pratt coming out with one like that? I don't know.
I don't know. Like my favorite movies of all time were like Lone Survivor,
That's a good one.
Active
Did you
Valor,
see 12 Strong?
12 Strong.
That one was pretty good.
That
What was
one, oh
12
my
Strong?
god! I made the mistake of
I was
watching
surprised
that on an
nobody
airplane.
fucking died.
That's what just
Watch a
terrorists-
movie about 9/11 in Afghanistan on an airplane.
Yeah, that was pretty dumb on my part. Like I had to like turn it off. I was pretty paranoid.
Yeah.
And like Active Valor, which one? American Sniper.
That's
Fury.
That's a great one. Oh,
I think
Fury's
Fury is
pretty
one of the
good,
best
yeah.
movies.
that's not a
ever.
true story, is it?
I think it is.
Jack, what was that one? Hurt Locker.
I'm sure it was
Locker,
inspired.
that kinda
Yeah.
sucked.
I liked it. It was like a character study.
From my
Yeah.
version of the movie, Meat Locker.
Jeremy Renner.
Fuck Jeremy Renner, dude. You guys remember the Jeremy Renner app?
No.
So like a bunch of celebrities are trying to do this app thing where, oh, if you like me, you'll get my app and it's a little bit like that. Oh, call me, that kind of thing, and it's like, oh, you just get updates on me. So it's a whole app version of that. Instead of texting him, you just get his app, and it's just his Instagram feed. But people found a way to hack around it by all you have to do is just do a Facebook account, and anybody can be called Jeremy Renner on Facebook
Yeah.
and post on the main page and stuff like that. So everybody was changing their name to Jeremy Renner, and they're like, "Oh, Jeffrey Epstein and I were like really close friends," and stuff like that. And he had to shut his app down. What like serves him right? Who really wants to get an app for Jeremy Renner? Like, how egotistical do you have to be? Like, if it was Robert Downey Jr., I could maybe get it. But Jeremy Renner,
Robert Downey Jr.
the Avenger that shoots arrows. Yeah, we really want a
It's
whole
pretty
app
dope, bro.
dedicated to him. He's a cool guy, though. I think his music is shit.
He makes music?
Dude, it's so, like, auto-tuned to oblivion and just garbage. Just the most generic shit you've ever heard. It's so
Fat
bad.
Todd makes music too.
Who?
Fat Todd. From El Camino.
Yeah, dude, El Camino was... You guys want to talk about that?
I didn't watch that shit. I call myself a fan, but I didn't watch it.
I mean, you don't really have to.
You can spoil
It just
I
gets
don't
where
give
you...
a shit.
I mean, they're not going to... Obviously, they're not going to kill Jesse because they killed Walt. Right?
Fuck! They killed Walt?
He died in the last
Yeah.
episode of Breaking Bad.
Episode
But,
season 5.
they confirmed it just to say, hey, Neckbeard, stop fantasizing. He's dead. He fucking died. I think... I mean, it kind of gets...
go-to insult is neckbeard.
Yeah, it is in this episode because we're all talking about like theories and like
Incel.
pop culture and stuff like that.
Cop culture?
Yeah, cop culture. Fucking beat fucking
No, I thought you said cop culture.
beat people in the hood. No, but
Beat people to death in like cock.
he
Have a
basically in the end
monopoly
it just
on
ends where
violence.
it just ends where you think it's gonna end. He gets a happy ending. You know, nothing bad happens to him.
Who jerks him off?
I don't know. He just fucking
Like
Brock.
Some like Asian lady?
he becomes like a hipster in like Alaska.
Oh, fucking shitty ending, dude.
Like he gets like these like leather. He goes from Jesse Pinkman to yo, what's up, dog? Like with the beanie and the big
Yeah.
jackets.
Well,
So the
it's
last episode,
dramatic.
he's wearing his fucking Timberlands and his skinny jeans and like a sweater vest.
You ever see like he has the worst fucking outfits. Aaron Paul, like
In
every
real
time
life?
he's on the red carpet, yeah, like
He's
he
super,
just
like,
looks
hipstery.
shit. No, okay, there's a difference between being hipster and just looking like shit. Like goddamn, he looked like just lost and found type clothing, bro. It's the nastiest looking shit. Fuck Aaron Paul, that meth head.
I
God,
love Aaron Paul.
it's pretty.
I was kind of pissed
Go get
off
some
about
water.
that. They were him and Bryan Cranston. That whole thing. They're like something big's coming. And it's just a bunch of pictures of Aaron Paul and Bryan Cranston. You think, oh shit, they're gonna announce something about the Breaking Bad movie because before we knew it was El Camino.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, no, it's just Dos Hombres, our fucking shitty tequila brand, whatever it is, mezcal,
In the tiny village of Mexico.
made by fucking children in sweatshops.
Basically.
Yeah.
God, I
No,
was
but-
really pissed off.
I mean,
12
so basically,
days until this announcement.
Vince Gilligan is a great storyteller. He's the guy that created Breaking Bad. He's done Better Call Saul. He does it all. But there's this really bad continuity error with the shows where they don't try to. Of course, it's fine if you don't want to CG stuff. Fuck off, Josh. Josh trying to do some ASMR. You're sitting on your phone and mine, but
Not yours.
they try to like show flashbacks of characters, but they don't really try to give them makeup to make them look like they were in the show. So like it just cuts back to Todd and he's like fucking 50 pounds more, and it takes place over the span of 6 months. So we're supposed to expect that he gained all this weight and lost it again.
Like, come on,
Jesse's chub. Aaron Paul's not fat in it. I think he's more buff. But Jesse's like a scrawny guy, especially when he's like kidnapped by neo-Nazis for 6 months and tortured. He's supposed to be skinny, not this like stocky dude.
Well, it's like he just spent 6 months in the penitentiary.
Yeah, it's like when Todd, in that episode of Breaking Bad where Todd gives him the ice cream. He's like, oh, try this ice cream. He's like, yeah, and shit, here, try a couple more gallons. Just fattens him up. But what else is there? Walt, I mean, you could kind of tell Walt aged a lot. The really bad one, though, was fucking Todd. Mike was kind of bad, too. I don't remember any other character. Jane, she looked the same.
They had a decent budget on this shit. I don't know why they couldn't just like get some special
maybe they didn't want to
effects
use
makeup or
but they
some
do
shit.
use CG in the show, so it's like just a little bit here and there. You telling me you can't, with the technology that exists today,
Yeah.
you can't just remove a little bit of the wrinkles or like
Of
tell Todd
feet.
6 months in advance, hey, maybe just lay off the Twinkies for just a little bit, and you'll get a very
few
good
months
compensation.
of work. He could have like done some serious damage if he just dedicated himself.
His performance was I sound like a fucking tool here. The performances were really good though. I think they try to make Todd a likable character, but like you fucking shot a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't like Todd. Fuck Todd.
But so overall was it good?
Yeah.
Cause I'm
I
still.
mean,
like,
you could miss it.
I could miss it.
You can miss it and still be a fan. Skinny Pete's in it and Badger for like 2 minutes, and they were like the best part.
Fucking method.
But like they make Skinny Pete such like a plot driving device. He says I think at one point he's like, "Oh, Jesse just showed up at my door. Oh, here's a burner phone that's fully charged and ready to go. Take my car and here's some clothes and you can get changed and then leave." That was basically Skinny Pete's whole character in that whole fucking
Why the
scene.
fuck?
He's just there to drive the plot, like just fan service. There's a lot of fan service in it. I think.
Speaking of fan service,
Like Walt was in it for no fucking reason, for
Bro.
like a 2-minute flashback.
how shitty do you think the next Star Wars is gonna be?
Oh fuck!
It's gonna be fucking terrible.
I think it's gonna be way better than the last one though.
You think it's gonna be way better?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's like only going up from Episode 8, bro.
Like-
Literally, like at every step they fuck.
I have a friend, like I'm not gonna say his name, but I have a really close friend of mine. He's a very huge influence on my life. Let's just say, and he's one of my best friends. But he really likes The Last Jedi just because it looks cool and it has a good soundtrack. First off, no, it fucking
What the
doesn't.
hell?
It doesn't have a good soundtrack and it just looks like a fucking live action anime. So, but whether you like it or not, you can comment down below. This will hopefully be up on YouTube soon. But it was just so fucking dumb. There's literally a scene where Luke Skywalker fucking drinks titty milk from like a space walrus. I told my friend, I was like, I was still hoping for this movie to be good, and then I saw those big juicy like titties on that thing, and I just whispered to my friend when I was watching the movie, I was like, a different friend, I was like, dude, if he drank, I bet what if he drank those right now, and the next thing he does is walk down there and fucking squeezes the tit and fucking drinks all that fucking milk. I was like, yeah, this movie's fucking shit.
Nice.
Dude, one of the funniest, like, you can predict stuff like that in theaters. Like, when we went to go see Zombieland, and then they were in the car, and then he goes, "Oh, I'm gonna sing you a song that you've never heard of before." And then you look at me, I bet it's gonna be a Bob Dylan song. And it was.
What was it? It was like a Rolling Stone. No, it was like The Times Are Changing or something like that. And then she's at the end, and I was like, I bet she knew it was because Tallahassee raised her. She's like, I know who Bob Dylan is, you fucking tool. Even a 9-year-old
But
knows
when
that.
you predicted it, and then like they said it on screen like the very next second, that shit was so funny.
Yeah, I think that movie was pretty funny too. We're just bouncing all over fucking movies, but Zombieland was fun.
Yeah, it was good. I think it was a.
If there was
worthy
just
sequel.
minus one character with no need for her to be there.
The fucking pink girl.
Yeah. Madison.
Dude, she was hot as fuck, bro.
But
White Girl
She was
Wednesday.
so annoying.
fuck, I thought
I
she
like
should have
pink.
just been shot. Also, she definitely looked like she was eaten by a fucking zombie when she's like, "Oh, don't mess with me. Oh, I just had an allergic reaction."
Yeah, nah, dude. She straight up fucking vomiting.
I like
everywhere.
about this movie they didn't
Skin.
try so hard. Like they're just like,
And
let's
then-
just fucking throw everything at the wall and make it just this campy fucking crazy thing. I was like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
And then when she comes
Zombie
back,
land.
it's like, wouldn't she be like super pissed at all of them?
And she's like, oh my god, I
That
love
makes
you
no
guys.
sense.
I thought the twist was gonna be she was a robber or something and steal them blind in the White House. I
Uh-huh.
thought she was gonna take all their shit, but I mean it was alright. I love that fucking Leonard Skinner looking motherfucker, who's he's like he's obsessed with group sex, and then remember,
Oh yeah.
and then what's his name?
Oh,
Woody Harrelson.
Mhm.
He's like, all right, we need some people to fight, but all you fucking hippies melted all of our guns. I need somebody to fight, and he puts this hammer out, and the guy grabs it. He goes, I fight gender oppression and social studies, and he just takes the hammer out. He's like, not you, you fucking yuppie. I gotta take a piss.
That-
Damn, seriously. You better sit down, not spray all over the fucking wall like last time.
didn't spray
You sprayed on the wall.
Fuck
Both of you guys fucking dirtied up my fucking
Both
toilet.
of you, bro. I have some accuracy. You don't know me.
I will shoot you
I
between the
I
fucking
can
teeth.
piss. I can piss from the top of the fucking Eiffel Tower into a shot glass, and not a single drop will be missing, bitch.
I will
You don't know shit.
skin
You
you,
will
from
what?
mouth to anus.
I'd like to see you try, motherfucker. This anus is so gaping that as soon as you put the knife up to it, it's just gonna fall in, bitch. You don't know shit.
It's just a portal to another dimension in your ass.
Shit, man. Cthulhu comes out every so often. It's pretty good. Like a little tentacle and like it's some good shit, dude.
Is that a Stranger Things reference?
Nah, dude. Cthulhu is just the Dark Lord.
Oh, alright.
He's coming. Cthulhu. You know about that shit? Cultism.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking
God,
about.
look at his face. He looks like Private Pile. He's just about to reach for the guns and just blow our fucking brains
this
out.
is my rifle. This is my gun. What are you talking about? Cthulhu, the devil.
I don't know. Some shit Josh brought up. I don't know what the
Oh,
fuck
I was
he's
just
talking
saying
about.
how my asshole is like such a gaping void, like Cthulhu occasionally just pops through the
A
dimension.
tentacle.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
He's got tentacles.
I've got a lot of tentacles.
Wait, what's that poking out of your pants right there?
Oh shit!
He's waving at me.
Come here, buddy. Come hither, motion.
Oh man, there's so. What else do you guys want to talk about this episode? We need to keep
Fucking-
this wagon
There
train
was
moving.
another really good movie. I think one of the best
Just
movies of all
professional.
time.
This is the movie.
Y'all ever
episode.
seen End of Watch?
Oh fuck yeah, that was a
No.
good
God
movie,
damn, I want
dude.
to watch that movie
I haven't.
again.
Yeah, that's a good film.
And like one of the first movies I remember from my childhood was it's called fuck, what is it called? What is it called? The Other Guys with Mark Wahlberg and
Oh,
Will
I thought you were gonna say
Ferrell.
the nice guys.
The
Nice
Other
Guys,
Guys.
That was a good movie. I fucking used to watch Terminator 2 like all the time. It was like my favorite movie as a kid.
Oh, we never
Like,
talked about
when
Dark
I'm so
Fate,
fucked
really
up,
good
dude.
Mm-hmm.
Literally like that fucking.
I remember my dad. He's such a dumbass. The first time he ever left me home alone, he decides to show me the movie The Shining. He literally puts it on and leaves, and I was like, maybe in second grade.
How was the
God
sequel?
damn, I was having a heart attack for like 3 hours.
I fucking hate that director, Kubrick.
Kubrick, why?
He's a fucking piece of shit. So the lady, so he's famously really
Shelley
abusive to his
Duvall.
actress, Shelley Duvall. Yeah, is that her name? The mom.
Yeah.
So basically, he fucked with her so hard when they were making the movie because he wanted her to be on edge. Like he would actually like fucking bully her. Like she would send him clumps of her hair like in a bag because he was just stressing her out, fucking yelling at her, harassing her.
I think like for each of the shots, like especially when she's supposed to be going all like crazy, like and
Like she's
screaming and
genuinely
scared, like,
paranoid.
yeah, and that, and also like they'd also like shoot like 15 shots in a row till they're fucking like dead tired, and
Yeah.
then just keep going till like just to get the effect.
Yeah, and I think that there's a lot of interesting topics in Kubrick movies like 2001. But at the end of the day, you can't fucking look me straight in the face and tell me 2001 is a good movie. Like there's literally
Bro, okay,
there's literally a
kill
fucking
yourself,
20
man.
minute there's literally a fucking 20-minute scene. It's
You're
just
the
so
type of person to think Minions was a fucking masterpiece.
I didn't say
Oscar-worthy.
dude, this guy's fucking triggered. Josh is triggered.
Dude, 2001
No.
was a good ass film.
There's literally a 20-minute scene where it's just showing like a LSD light show, and it's just this in the background.
It's a cool scene, bro. It's a cool scene. Well, you know,
there's interesting ideas in it, but
film is an art form, and if you're willing
he's
to
super art
experiment,
house.
yeah, dude, I don't see how that's a problem.
No. I'm not saying there's anything problem with that. I just think he's really. If you just look at interviews with him, he's super pretentious. Like that's the most thing I hate in people is being pretentious. Like I know more than everybody. No, you fucking don't. Like okay, yeah, you made it on some okay movies. There's some good ideas.
Movies. He's made some of the greatest movies of all time.
Arguably
like,
the greatest. I just don't like him.
Yeah, sure, arguably, but some like many people consider them the greatest movies of all time.
I just don't. Yeah, I'm a big movie guy, but I just don't like Kubrick movies.
Respect.
I'm not really a big fan of what I saw Apocalypse
like the art
Now.
house shit?
Yeah, like Apocalypse Now was really fucking good in the first half, and then it got weird and cultist with who was directed that one? Coppola. That one was like at the end of when I left the movie, I was like, this movie's fucking dumb. But I just don't.
Bro, you
I just don't understand. Okay, there's no real character in it.
Okay, all right.
I'm
You're gonna have to bleep this out.
Fucking comments.
We're gonna have to bleep this out. But you're being Crystal right now, bro. You're being Crystal. Oh, the Beatles were the greatest band of all time.
No, I'm not. No. Okay, no.
You're literally
all right,
being Crystal, but for
pause, and then rewind and cut.
No, we'll just
keep
I
going.
don't want to have to listen to this
I'll
whole thing again and cut it.
Okay, for reference, it'll be like a fucking big ass. Ah! That'll be your reference.
Okay.
Like a fucking big ass. Ah! That'll be your reference.
Okay. Now we're back. Sorry we had to cut for a little bit. We just had to talk about something. Josh is telling me.
I'm writing.
Josh was riding my ass about this whole thing about Kubrick
hard,
movies. Dude. First off, I can't really think straight right now, but I just don't. I don't really like his movies. I don't know.
That's respectable.
I don't want to sound super straight for like a dumbass, but at the same, I can respect art movies. Like I really think Clockwork Orange. I think that's a good movie. That's a Kubrick movie.
Mm.
But The Shining, I've never seen The Shining. Oh yeah, but 2001: A Space Odyssey is like genuinely in my opinion, it's just one of the fucking weirdest like shitty movies I've ever seen. Like I fell asleep in that movie for like second time watching it. I fell asleep in that movie and I woke up and I still knew it. And then I rewatched it again. But there's really nothing. There's a really interesting like concepts about God.
The movie
Obelisk changed my fucking point of view on religion and shit.
Yeah.
But I mean,
okay, well, because it's not like a traditional film. It's like really experimental. Like even for the 60s, it was just like the craziest
I just can't vibe
shit
with
you've
it.
ever
I guess.
seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could respect that, but
Yeah.
I mean, no, even me myself, like the first time I watched it, I was like, this is fucking boring, dude. Like, there's not a lot like physically there to keep you like interested if you're not like I think you have to see the film already to like appreciate it.
In retrospective, I like it, but when I was watching it, I remember it. Yeah, when you think about it, you like the movie. But then, and the same thing with all of his other movies, but when you're watching them, you're like, this is the most fucking painful piece of shit I've ever seen in my fucking life. Like, there's like...
Never seen any of those.
It's, yeah, you could like cut out...
You should at least see them, or at least watch them. I mean, you say you don't really like
it's super... You gotta drop acid to watch those fucking movies, but... There's some interesting topics in there, though, for sure.
Dude. Bro, your shirt makes you look like that shit.
Clockwork Orange, I think, is his best movie that I've seen so far. Because it's about, okay, this guy's a piece of shit, but should the government be able to take him and make him... Have you ever seen the movie? So, spoiler alert. It's like a fucking 50-year-old movie. Fuck off and watch it.
Or I should have said
it's on Netflix.
No.
Okay.
I just shake my head.
Yeah, on a fucking audio platform.
Sorry,
but, so basically it's this gang of guys, and one of them's, they're all pieces of shit, and they go around beating people up and raping them. It's like in this Mad Max style, like, apocalyptic world. It's very weird, and in the end, he gets kicked out of his house and sent to an institution, or he goes sent to prison, and they put him in an institution, and they say, hey, if you come here, then you'll be able to go out in the real world, we'll rehabilitate you. And what they do is they brainwash him so that he physically, I think they use shock therapy, or they use something where he can't be mean to people. and they show
They,
you know
like-
it's that famous scene
they
where
open
like,
his
he's got
eyes
his
and then
he's
just
got
keep
his
on showing
eyes and he can't
movies.
close them. Yeah,
And like
it's a very famous scene, and he's
Apparently
taking
the
in
guy
all
almost
this.
went blind from that shit.
Yeah, he's taken all this information about rape and murder and stuff like that, and he goes out into the real world and he can't defend himself because people are like, "Hey, you used to be a piece of shit," and he's like, "Oh, brother, I'm not a piece of shit anymore. You know, I'm sorry for the way I acted. I'm trying to be a changed person." So then when he tries to defend himself, he can't. And it hurts him. It hurts him because he can't move.
Yeah.
So the whole point of the movie is: should the government be able to force you to become a good person, like
Cool.
against your will?
It's like order versus
Yeah.
freedom. Clockwork being the order and like the natural
Yeah.
way, and then orange, nature. And it was in that guy's nature to be a fucking psychopath, but like
Just kill him,
The government
yeah.
have authority.
As
Well, even then,
Victor
that's
would
like
say.
arguable.
But like at the
Fucking
end of the
death
movie,
penalty.
he becomes a good At the end of the movie, he does become a genuinely good person, but he can't fucking defend himself because
Yeah, but it's by like they took his freedom. He didn't consent to it. He like.
yeah,
I mean, I think for as fucked up as humans can be, I think free will is just like.
free
utterly
will is the
important.
best. What a
Yeah, dude. That's
As
why.
Victor
That's
would
why. That's
say,
why.
hang him by the balls.
What?
You don't have to bleep that part out.
Alright.
Dude,
I will.
Like
Yeah.
like Django Unchained, where they have like the big like they're just hanging the black dude up.
Yeah,
Django,
had
and they
some
had his
crazy.
balls out and just start cutting that shit open.
I don't remember that.
You know
You
what
remember-
I find really disturbing in
What's up?
movies, but like, also like I can't look away, but it's like gives me this super creepy feeling. Is like any rape scene.
Really?
Like my whole skin
My
starts
dad
to
gets like that,
crawl.
yeah.
Starts to crawl, but like I'll keep watching it.
My dad's like that. We watched whenever we watched an SVU unit movie or
Yeah.
episode, and there'd be like a little kid and they're about to get raped. My dad just goes, "Oh my god." I'm just like, "Dad, you know it's a fucking TV show, right? You know
It's
she's
like-
fine, right?"
It's weird because like I can watch like John Wick where people are just getting fucking murdered left and right, and you like only
Yeah.
flinch at like a few scenes. But then like with Joker, like literally like when the 3 fucking people on the subway get shot, I was like, holy fuck.
It's
Like, I think it's like
yeah.
I think it's the context and the build up to a scene that makes it like feel.
There was
'cause,
no
like-
murder before that scene. Yeah.
Like yeah, you have like movies where like fucking hundreds of people die on screen, but then like none of them really carry much weight. But then like something like Joker where it's only like a few, or like Taxi Driver, like where it's only like a small burst of intense violence. Like that shit hits
That's interesting.
me anyway.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing to talk about with too. I've talked about this with Josh. I don't think I've ever talked about it with David. But I'm curious about your opinion. You know who Martin Scorsese is?
No.
So he's a really famous director. He did what did he do? Scarface, Taxi Driver. He's done a shit ton of movies.
I know
Goodfellas.
those movies.
Yep.
Yeah, and he you've never seen him?
I've seen
Oh, okay.
Scarface and Goodfellas, one
Okay.
of my favorite movies of all time. Like
Well,
genius.
he made those, and he says, "Oh, the
Wolf
MCU
Wall.
movies and superhero movies are not cinema. They are." And then he said, "What was the next thing he said? They're like amusement parks. They're not like real art, or something like that." Yeah.
I think that's just like a old school way of
Yeah.
thinking.
You know,
I was
there's only
so
one
glad you
respo-
said that.
just
I thought, I
say-
was like, "Oh my god, the fuck."
Just
like,
okay, boomer.
Yeah.
That's all you need to
It's
say.
the,
That
basically,
shit, bro.
Scorsese is the definition of okay boomer.
Right? Yeah, no, it's
Because
because
I can see what he's talking about. Like,
Yeah.
I think the main thing makes his opinion on that is like, when it's fiction, you can make up an easy story.
Yeah.
Versus he had to like get in the mindset of fucking gangsters and learn how to.
Yeah.
Got involved in some pretty weird
Also,
shit.
yeah. Also, it's really fucking disrespectful to say that. Because, like, imagine all the millions of people involved in, like, just example, the Marvel movies are the biggest example. Think about the millions of people that are in there and how many of them are probably inspired by Scorsese just for him to be like, yeah, what you're doing doesn't fucking count. And he's never seen one before.
Oh, he hasn't even seen it?
No, he's never seen
So
one
how the
before.
fuck can he, like, say a statement like
Because he's Scorsese and he's up there. You know,
Okay,
I love
but I
Scorsese.
don't think position should fucking, like, make you immune to criticism.
Also, he's made some shit movies.
He's also made some of the, like, best of all time, too. Like,
Yeah.
Raging Bull.
No, I
That
don't
was
know.
a fucking great
He's-
character piece.
I'm just saying, he's shit the bed a couple times, so he can't
Yeah.
really talk about, oh, this doesn't count as real
Or,
cinema.
well, I mean, the Beatles
Fuck
made
off.
few shitty albums, too.
Yeah, just in music. In general, like, some of the greatest people like your point.
Yeah.
They can
They make
shit the bed
shit.
sometimes.
Yeah.
But he's just okay. Boomer is the way to answer Scorsese's
It's pretty
opinion.
stupid.
Anything you could act all technical and philosophical you want, but at the end of the day, a movie is just something you're fucking recording. It's moving pictures. That's what a movie is. Moving pictures. He could get all like I said, he could get all philosophical he wants, but it's what it is.
If he
The
wants to go
MCU
to
is
that
movies,
point-
whether he likes it or not.
Like, if he wants to go to that point, like, some of, like, the first movies, like, the fucking black and white movies where it's just, like, slapstick left and right, like, honestly, those movies fucking suck in my eyes.
They suck ass.
They're pretty shitty.
Yeah.
But, like, he probably has a great regard for it, so it's really just all perspective. Like, I don't know if, like, it's not a valid point to say, like,
Yeah.
they're pretty well, okay, like, sure they're not, like, cinematic, like, oh, the framing's on point, and, like, all the stories are, like, perfect, but they're pretty good films. Like, they're enjoyable.
And they still have a direct. What makes them not a movie? They have a story. They have characters. They have a director, writers, everything. They have the whole 9 yards. Probably even bigger budgets than your fucking movies. No offense, Scorsese.
Yeah.
Not that he's listening. He's probably fucking listening to fucking Sinatra right now.
Joe Rogan podcast. No,
Probably
dude,
listening to Sinatra.
But I think it just comes from him being a director, because you know how a director, like, you have to manage the camera, you have to, like, work everything. I think it's because, like, he doesn't like all that CGI shit.
It's very old fashioned.
And yeah, he has that old fashioned
I don't
mindset.
think it's that, because his new movie has a shit ton of CGI, because they made what's his name, De Niro, all fucking young.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you know how you see, like, people fucking flying around shooting shit? Like, where it's literally just all CGI, like...
What?
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 Bro, get that mug off your face. I'm gonna kiss you, bro. No, but I mean, like, I think he meant, like, you just see, like, fucking superhero characters, just, like, flying around and shit, whereas he's used to, like, these, like, hard-hitting, like, quote-unquote fucking, like, movies about shit. So, it's just it's a boomer perspective.
It really, yeah.
Sure.
One great movie I saw the other day again was Apocalypto. You guys ever seen it?
I might have. I don't know. I can't name shit, but I can.
It's about these tribes of Indians.
Vietnam?
No.
Oh shit.
Like
Bro,
the Mexican
these
Indians
motherfuckers.
way back in the day, and he
What
gets
the fuck?
hunted by like some big village. Takes over this dude, the main character's small village, and
And the main character is like one of those guys that has the fucked up face.
yeah, and he's got they kidnap all the men to go work as slaves. They
Yeah,
fucking rape all the women. They kill almost everybody else. And then he
Nice.
hides his wife in a well, and she's pregnant while they invade. And then he just spends the movie like killing these like people that are after him. He escapes the camp. He has to go back to his wife that's pregnant and it's raining. She's about to die. And he also kills these 5 motherfuckers that are after him because of the spirit of the Jaguar or something. It's a really great movie, and I explained it shitty, but
No, I get it. That's cool.
I want to hunt down tribesmen.
I love violent movies like Watchmen and those horrible scenes.
What do you mean?
Dude, John.
Like, if it's just killing, like, again, rape scenes, like, I'm like, ugh!
Like,
Especially, like, that one, like, if it's a dude getting raped, that's like, because of movies and their description and their showing of it, it's become one of my worst fears ever.
Getting raped?
Yeah, like, I think about it way too much.
Well, you don't have to think about it much longer.
Like, being a rape victim is, like, probably, like, especially as a dude, the most, like, horrible thing ever.
I mean,
like, the Dave Chappelle joke. Houston rapist only rapes men. 7 men have come forward so far, so the motherfucker must have raped thousands.
you know,
I've been raped before. I mean, it's just, you know. No, I'm just fucking kidding.
Like shit. Well, like, have you seen the Alien movies?
Mm-hmm.
You know the fucking face huggers? Literally, that's supposed to be like a rape pussy. And it's like, it injects fucking babies into you, dude.
What?
Like, literally, no, yeah, for the first Alien, most of the design was just influenced on, like, how the fuck can we, like, mess with that, like, sexual part and just make it scary as fuck? And, like, a lot of the designs, like, if you pay attention, it's, like, kind of like,
A pussy.
it looks like a pussy, or, like the fucking tail is supposed to be like a dick going
Or
inside
roast
you.
beef sandwich.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
the,
bro.
the fucking alien, the xenomorph itself looks like a fucking penis.
I want to get fucked by a
voice
xenomorph.
But going back to the greatest cinematic masterpiece of all time, Joe Dirt.
What the fuck is Joe
Yeah,
Dirt?
for some reason that's David's favorite movie is Joe Dirt.
I
David
unironically love Joe
Spade, the
Dirt.
David Spade movie where he's a fucking redneck with a mullet.
Ah, dude, this has some
And last
great
time
critical
was-
reviews.
Hell yeah,
It's
brother.
like a
Dude, that studio has
Yeah.
made some fucking crazy ass movies. Happy Madison.
Mm-hmm.
They made fucking Mall Cop. They made I think one of the only movies in history to have 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's Bucky Larson, Born to Be a Star.
Bucky Larson.
It's the guy that played he played Howie's brother. He played Howie. Wait. What is his name? Yeah, Clark's brother Howie from Benchwarmers. You know the guy that sits inside of the that's him. It's Bucky Larson.
Jesus.
It's got 0%. I kind of like it. I was telling David earlier. I kind of like Adam Sandler movies.
They're not bad.
They're not bad. They're not as
I
funny
think
as
they're overhated.
Grew up
Yeah.
on them.
people just you grow up on them, and also you could tell that the people that are in the movies they just want to be there. Like they're just having a good time. They
Yeah.
don't, you know, just it's all Adam Sandler's buddies. They're
They're
just
just-
hanging out, getting drunk, and making movies.
They're just kind of like inoffensive. Like if a little like the jokes don't land all the time, they're fucking stupid. But
Yeah.
they're not like they're pretty all right, man.
Yeah.
I don't mind them.
You guys want to hear my Adam Sandler impression?
Oh God, let's hear it.
Oh, I'm Adam Sandler.
What
Ooh,
the fuck is that?
that's what she said.
It's a pretty good impression.
Got the right spirit.
Yeah.
What other accents can you do? I don't even know that.
I used to be able to do David Spade. I don't know if I can do it anymore. Ha 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 ha. That's my David Spade.
Do you Donald
That's kind
Trump?
of shitty.
Dude.
Do you Donald Trump impression?
All right, I'm gonna do Donald Trump.
I think America is having a great.
It's not good.
You're
has to- you
going
have to-
too hard on
You have to give me Trump and give me like something to
Give me
talk
Trump.
about.
Give me Trump.
Some-
Yeah.
Kim Jong-un.
Give me something to call like the best.
Trump Tower.
Trump Tower is the best tower, okay? Just so you understand, it is the greatest tower that's ever been made. We have wonderful staff.
I'm just bullshitting
Give
shit.
me
you
your
know?
Bernie. Talk about how you're gonna run as AOC as
Okay,
your VP.
So this is my Bernie impression on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Joe, so what I want you to do, everybody says I'm a socialist. All I want to do is I want to get so that people can get free eye care. And I want people to be able to retire at the age of 50. That's all I want to do.
Which is bullshit. But
Also, I basically want to put anybody that's Republican or right-leaning in this thing that I'm going to call an education factory. Okay? And, yeah, we're gonna fix them right up.
I like how you had the fucking back arch too.
yeah, I had
It's
my
like a fucking man about to die.
fucking Frankenstein.
90-year-old.
Yeah.
But going back to Joe Dirt. Joe Dirt was one of the
God
greatest
damn it,
movies
David.
of all
I
time.
thought we were gonna
But
start
the
moving on to
second
politics,
one-
and this motherfucker brings up Joe Dirt.
But I would rather shoot myself than have to watch Joe Dirt 2.
Is it bad?
It's the worst movie made
What's
on
the best and
planet.
what's the worst? They're yin
It's
and yang.
literally got like memes like smoke weed every day. I would rather jump off. than
It's got
cliff.
those in it.
Yeah,
When did
Did
that
it
movie
only
come
come
out?
the
When did it
fuck?
come out?
it came out like when we were in 2015.
What the fuck?
No.
Why would
maybe
that movie
like
get greenlit?
2017 or something. But
So it's
it only
recent?
came out. It only came
Oh.
out like on Vudu or something. So
What
it's
the
like-
fuck?
yeah.
It's recent?
Within the last like 3 or 4 years.
Jesus Christ. David Spade's kind of fallen off, but he's genuine. He's a really funny guy.
It was just filled with Forrest Gump references.
It was released in 2015.
Does it have any of the same cast, or is it just him with recasts?
Oh my god. So, the other main character, Brandy, she's in the first one and in the second one, but she aged like 20 years in just that short time. David Spade looks exactly the same. But she went from like Alexandria oh fucking, I don't know how to say it. Daddaria?
Yeah.
To fucking Dog the Bounty Hunter's wife.
She died. That's fucked up.
Show some fucking respect, dude.
Fuck you.
Oh, dude, me and David, we were at school, and I don't know why, there's a bunch of, like, memorials up, and we walked up a flight of stairs, and we just see this giant memorial to Dog the Bounty Hunter's wife. We were at
Like a Day of the Dead fucking...
Dia de
like,
los Muertos.
yeah. It was like a, what do you call it? Those fucking things they make?
Yeah, I had the spit
Oh,
candles, what do you call those things? We're all
Stick
Mexicans.
candles.
We're all Mexicans, we could say that. But
Was
it's
it
got,
little
you know, those little,
Virgin Mary on it.
Yeah, the Santa Maria, those candles, and then it just has Dog the Bounty Hunter's wife.
What do you want me for me?
Rest in peace, Beth. I used to love that show.
You
there. I used
what,
to watch
what
that
show is
show.
that?
Dog the Bounty Hunter. They're the only bounty hunters that are like nice to the criminals. They're like, you know, you fucked up, and the criminal's like, all right, I'll come with you. Everybody else like, get the fuck on the ground. I will fucking put a bullet in your fucking head.
There's a $300 bounty out for
How long have we been
dead
going,
body.
Josh?
Fuck if I know you're the one with the
Alright.
password on this shit.
talking, David.
Keep talking, Boomer. I got my gun pointed at Get your
So
fucking,
one of my
your
favorite
fucking,
scenes in
Get
Joe
your foot
Dirt
off my inner thigh, bro.
is
Wait,
when he's
get my foot off your... What the
he's
fuck
in the
is
bus
that?
station saying, I got an atom bomb. I'm gonna blow this bitch up
Who
if you
said it?
don't give me my information.
Who said
And then
that?
the cop just goes, and then he looks at some girl in the crowd and he goes, in the meantime, will they get me the bus information on all the passengers in 1972? You! Show me them boobies!
In what movie?
Joe Dirt. And then it's
Joe
like the
Dirt.
cop comes in, and then he's like, that ain't no atom bomb, that's a septic tank. And he just gets shit all over him for like 3 minutes.
Why is
Talk
that your
about
favorite
cringe.
movie? When did that movie come out?
2001, I think.
So you're saying that bitch aged 20 years in the span of 15 years? That sounds pretty reasonable.
No, like 35 years and 15 years.
Oh, okay.
She looked like she just like went to Arizona.
She was
and,
hot
like,
in the first one, though?
sunbath. Yeah, she looked like she just went to Arizona and like spent way too much time in the sun. You know how sunburned
Let's
those
see
white
this.
people
I
are?
want to see this now.
What?
Alright. So, keep talking about the movie, David.
Talking motherfucker. Joe Dirt.
Another cool thing
The
is
greatest fucking film.
they talked about Idaho a lot, and like at the time when I
which would you
first
see?
watched that movie, I was supposed to go over there for vacation, but it never ended up happening. I don't know why I think about that way too much too. Like I always wanted to go, and there was the moon,
Holy
space
shit.
rock.
Oh,
She's in an episode of That 70s Show.
You know, my favorite scene in Joe Dirt is when Joe and Cletus, they go down to the canyon with their pickup truck with the fucking keg in the back. Fucking Cletus getting drunk as shit. They roll up with the shotguns and
She's
just start
still
shooting
hot.
clay pigeons out that shit.
Not in the second movie.
That's the second one.
what the
No.
fuck do you mean she's so hot, bro? She looks like a witch.
That's
Scarlet
not.
Witch.
Still
You
fucking-
see a scene.
Scarlet Witch Project. Joe Dirt, Brandy. Brandy Love. You guys like Brandy
took
Love?
me a
You
minute.
like plastic milfs? You like
Yeah,
people who
sure,
look
why
like a
not?
fucking sarcophagus? All that plastic.
So you want to... Wait, I got another part.
Who's that big titty?
That's her.
Is Brandy Love?
Oh, and the one thing that should have never happened in Joe Dirt is that Dad should have never shot the dog. Like that's such a
Dad
shitty scene.
shot a fucking dog.
I have
Yeah,
another- I
that
have
was a
another
golden
part-
retriever.
This is a good film.
Hell yeah.
I have another part to my something to add to my David Spade impression.
Hmm.
What the fuck is wrong with you guys? You guys aren't laughing at my jokes.
Okay.
Boomer.
Okay, Boomer. Yeah. What do you mean, bro?
Ow.
What the fuck just
Way to
happened?
just almost split your laptop in half. Jesus Christ, you dumb piece of shit.
This is a really bad episode.
That's a really nice prayer rug you got there, buddy.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
dude, I think it's actually good because like we're just being retarded.
We talked
Bro,
about
this is the
jerking off,
episode-
and then we talked about
What is it?
movies.
This is a movie episode, yeah.
This is where we kill
Let's
our
talk
brain
about some more
cells.
movies then. You guys got any more movies?
I like Alien a lot. Brought it up earlier. Really
I've
fucking
never seen
good.
it.
You've seen it, right?
Yeah, it's been forever though.
It's really nice, bro. It's like the first it was like the first horror alien movie. Just.
What do you
set
guys
in a
think about
fucking
horror
decrepit
movies in
place.
general?
Not a big fan.
I like them when they're done well.
Yeah.
Like Quiet Place is literally probably my favorite movie of fucking whatever year that came out.
Is that a horror movie? Because when I think of horror, I mean, I'm not trying to say it's not a horror movie, but I'm just curious because when I think of horror movies, like when I was younger, I used to always be like, oh, what do you call it? Jump scares and shit, which I think those are dumb ass movies,
Yeah.
you know? But, what the fuck was I saying? Yeah, I think those are good. My voice keeps cracking. I have a really
Bro,
sore
why'd
throat.
you made that noise where you stuck your ass in the air? Alright, bro. Okay, boomer. Fuck. Yeah, no, oh yeah, you were asking about fucking what's
horror
it called?
movies.
No. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
How come horror
Like, in
movies always
general?
have the best, hottest girls?
No, they
It's
don't.
because that's the because if you want to act but you don't look good, you just go into a horror. Or I mean, if you want to act but you're shitty at acting
yeah.
but you're hot, then it's just a perfect fit.
Mm-hmm.
All you have to do is go.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
maybe just reveal a little
Almost
titty,
boner.
a little ass here and there. You'll make it far. Don't worry.
You'd probably be one of the second to last to die.
I think the
Oh, yeah.
last horror movie I saw was The Lighthouse.
I see. No, okay. If you're saying Quiet Place wasn't a horror movie, that was
I'm
more
not.
like a thriller, too.
I'm not saying that. I was genuinely asking. Do you consider it a horror movie?
Oh yeah, for
Okay.
sure, dude. That shit was
Yeah,
scary as
I
fuck.
really like that movie. Yeah.
It was great. And then The Lighthouse too. That shit was good.
Yeah, I fell asleep through half of it. I was really like fucking like tired.
I
Yeah.
mean, bro, the amount of times they jerk off in that movie,
Really?
it's pretty good.
The part I fell asleep at was I remember spoiler. Well, it's not really a spoiler. Robert Pattinson, he was cleaning his side of the room when they first got there, and Willem Dafoe just like he just walks out of the room and just gives a casual, just fat ass wet fart.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah, dude. That film is fucking weird because it's like one of those art house films, but then like every other fucking second, like one of them is farting, and there's like jerk off scenes, like they're literally at the end. Or I don't want to spoil that bad, but yeah, that shit. It was definitely like really jarring. Like
Yeah.
it's a fucking square frame in black and white. But I really
It's shot
thought it
old
was-
fashioned, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of
Fucking
cool.
his accent was on point, bro.
Dude,
Will- or
he's fucking
both of
Batman.
them. Yeah,
That's
and
pretty
Dafoe.
crazy. Defoe is like,
Wasn't he like a gay fucking detective in Boondock Saints?
I don't know if I've ever seen Boondocks.
Or not Boondock Saints.
Isn't Willem Dafoe?
Fucking something like that.
He's in.
Isn't he a Spider-Man villain?
Yeah, I'm something of a scientist myself.
He's also a fucking DC character.
Is
He's
he?
in Aquaman.
I didn't watch Aquaman. I heard it was like
It was fucking
surprisingly decent.
People said that, and then when they rewatched it again, they're like, "Oh wait, this is actually shit." It's a pretty bad movie.
Very bad movie.
It was made by a horror director,
I think one of the best
I'm a
movies come
horror
out
director.
recently was
Yeah, he's a
White Boy
horror.
Rick.
Brody.
I didn't watch that, dude. Brody.
He's obsessed with that movie.
Bro, okay, if you were bitching about us saying names earlier.
Just first names, nobody fucking knows.
Dude.
Okay,
Brody.
Victor.
Alright, Vic. Come
Alright,
over
I'm
here.
going first.
Talk about
Suck this
cringy
dick.
things our parents do.
In our
Cringy
lives.
things
I got
our
a lot
parents
of them.
do. Bro, I can't even really list it. Other than like occasionally, I mean, it's kind of like sweet and endearing, but like occasionally, like my mom just like hops, like when she's really excited, like and she's just like describing
What the
something.
fuck?
Yeah, it's just kind of like, oh,
Like an
okay,
anime
it's
character?
kind of cute, but like,
Okay, Bunny Rabbit. So
Okay,
First
first
Boomer.
I
Rabbit.
like talk about my
I
dad.
love you, mom.
Instead of
I love you so much.
hey mom, instead of calling you Thumper for jumping like a rabbit, I'll call you Boomer. No, I can't think of anything my parents did. They're just weird.
So like, one thing my dad does is pretty funny. We've been going to the shooting range like forever. And then one time we went to this gun show and he bought this like cheap $5 T-shirt. It's like the cringiest, most boomer thing you could imagine. Like, Fud gun. It's like it has a big bald eagle right here in the center, and then on the top it says like this is America. We don't retreat. We reload. It's got a bunch of AR-15s and stuff. And he takes it to the shooting range and people... It's like the
They laugh at him?
cringiest sheet there. They don't laugh at him like the other boomers.
They're probably
think
like,
it's
hell
cool.
yeah.
But then you'll talk to him about guns and realize he doesn't know shit.
My dad's kind of a little bit like that. So he'll wear like I remember he had a shirt a long time when I was little. That was like the Home Depot, but it said the Holy Spirit.
Fuck. What the fuck?
Or he had one that looked like Under Armour and it says put on the full armor of God. He had a lot of those. I remember he bought me one time and it looked like Guitar Hero, but it says God is my hero. It's like, how the fuck do they not get sued for that shit, you know?
God
Where'd
is
he
my
get 'em
armor.
from, like the fucking Christian swap meet or something?
Fucking the Berean bookstore. Christian bookstore.
Yeah, man. That's my spot, dude. That's where I get all
One
my
thing
good
my
shit.
mom does, she calls me like 5 times a day. She literally will like leave in the morning and like call me like 3 seconds
She
later.
wants to know how your day is, Dave.
God,
you
every
shitty son.
lunch break, every time.
Hey,
She'll
Dave.
be 3 minutes from home. Did you do this? Why don't you just get here and find out? And then like sometimes she doesn't even let me talk. She just like she'll call, think out loud, and then just like hang up. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Is that mean or what?
Yeah, dude. I don't know. My parents don't.
Yeah.
I can't. I
When
can't
it's
really think.
every day, so many times a day for 6 years now, it gets kind of
Have you talked to her about it?
yeah.
I'm assuming that didn't do shit.
Because like my sister thinks the same thing. She's the one that's like way meaner about it too. And she's still and like I'll talk to my niece. Does my mom ever just call you and like think out loud? She's like, oh yeah, all the time. Like it's not just me. Like everybody's annoyed. Like wants to say something but doesn't. And like another thing she
What
does.
if your mom's on the other side of the door right now crying?
She sends for like 4 years now. She sends me this like link from ABC7 news site, and when she sends it, you get like one text saying, "Oh, I thought you'd want to know about this," and then another text with an article link. I must have got like 400 of these over the past few years, and I've never opened one or ever responded to one or anything.
Dude.
Is that fucked up?
Yeah.
Just a little.
I remember there was this one going around a long time ago where people would like do that, send you the ABC link. They'd be like, "Oh, I thought you'd want to know," and you click on it, and it just cuts to like a picture of a big naked like black porn star.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember like a few years back at school, like there was it said it was like a fucking fake CBS report, and it was like terrorists are gonna shoot up school. Click this link to find out if it's yours, and it's just a fucking giant black cock.
Yeah.
No, it's like giant fucking buff black guy with like just schmeat hanging out the size of this microphone, if not bigger. It's fucking crazy, dude. It's a blue yeti, dude.
How do you
Yeah,
walk with
giant cock.
How do girls?
You see that? You see that 20-pound over there? Shit was like half that size.
Do girls like that?
What?
Girls have
Probably.
cock like that? I don't think so. Like it's gotta fucking hurt.
Oh, I mean, like at least some.
Imagine having that as a shit coming out of your ass. How bad would that hurt?
I've had some huge ones come out, man. Think about, man, what if that was a man inside?
What the fuck? You ever just have one of those phantom shits where you shit and like it just like you don't even need a wipe? Like you
Yeah, I had
just
that
go over
yesterday.
once and it's like pure.
Salt.
Fucking
I think that's if
clean,
you're
yeah.
healthy.
Is that
No,
that supposed to be
no,
good,
I'm
dude?
fucking joking.
Dude, that
Sometimes
means you
I
have like
shit
some
blood.
dry ass shit. You shit
You-
blood?
No.
Your diet of
I
mac
shit.
and cheese and
Some people.
top ramen.
I hear stories about boomers,
Oh, that'd be oily shit.
or not boomers. I guess Gen Xers.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, sometimes my ass starts bleeding, and they're like, oh by the way, I didn't do gay shit in the '80s. It's like, yeah, right.
You just got
fucking
this
Ari
massive
Shaffir.
hemorrhoid from walking in the park.
Yeah, man.
Fucking Ari Shaffir.
Got a little muscle pinch.
Yeah.
That wasn't gay sex, bro.
It's like, yeah. I definitely didn't just shove my whole fucking microphone up my ass crack and start bleeding. Yeah,
Bro,
it just
there's
happened.
Some fucked up videos. There's a video, I think it's called One Man, One Jar. If you can fucking put that mental picture in your head. You've seen it?
Yeah.
Should we torture him?
Yeah.
Dude, okay, so this old fat fucker,
sits a
this
jar in his
hairy
asshole?
fucker. Dude, yeah, it gets better. Like,
He's like, oh no, it's stuck.
yeah, nah, dude, he sits on
a
it
jar,
and then
like, you know how you make stuff
like a mason jar,
disappear?
like one of those big, like, wide mason jars.
And then it breaks.
It fucking snaps in his asshole, and then he's like just shitting out like blood and glass.
Is he
dude.
into it?
He
Probably.
honestly doesn't. He didn't even make a noise. He was only like, "Ugh, fuck."
Like,
Like, he
would've
was
died.
probably good.
No, he genuinely
like,
probably.
God damn it again.
Like-
type of thing.
They say one of the most delicate places to what do you call it? Work on is the inside of your fucking asshole because
So
Oh,
would it be your brain or eyeballs or?
no. Because the asshole, you can't just like sew it up. Like I said, like it's
It's
in
like-
the inside
it's
of
like
your
a
fucking.
muscle,
It's
bro,
a muscle that is.
and it's also
growing and
surrounded by
shrinking.
like literal shit.
Oh, my stomach's starting to hurt.
Dude, okay,
Yeah,
dude,
try
alright,
sitting
here,
down.
let me send you over the edge. You know the South African prison treatment?
Isn't it? Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
that.
you mean my Friday mornings?
Where,
Like they don't get a court hearing for years, and there's like a prison built for 50,000, but there's like 700,000 people in there.
Oh, no, dude. No, I'm not even talking about that, dude. There's I think there's this one fucking gang in South African prisons. They fucking grab your asshole, they fucking slice it up, and then they have some guy with AIDS just fuck you. And so you get like a severely fucked up asshole and AIDS for the rest of your fucking life. So
God damn.
they do it hard there, boy.
Dude, just to kind of hop off that and maybe to bow wrap
Hop
this
off
episode
this
because we've been going for
dick.
a bit, or unless you guys want to keep going. I had this synopsis. Okay, I'm gonna pitch. Let's just pitch movies now. I'm gonna pitch
Alright.
my movie that I've thought about this movie a lot. So basically, a guy goes to he goes to an orgy, right? And he
Right?
gets AIDS. So he's he wants to be a crime fighter. He's into superheroes. So his superpower is he takes hits from people, like you know, like a hitman. But instead of killing them, he rapes them in their sleep and gives them AIDS. And I'm like, that's his superpower, is he gives people AIDS while trying to save up money to find a cure. What do you think? Come on, dead air. Come on, keep going.
Were you smoking crack when you thought of this
Yeah,
idea?
Jesus
I was
Christ.
just walking to school one day, a couple years ago.
Just a stroke of genius.
Yeah.
Oh shit! You know, I mean, I think if you develop the plot a little bit, you've got a real Oscar nominee, man.
Maybe if you
Supporting
added
cast.
some type of alien cast.
If you added a minority only cast, I think it'd win.
women
it's an all
only-
black
Women minorities,
women
Muslims,
minority.
women, lesbian, Muslims. You got an Oscar
Don't
winner.
you think, okay, maybe not a movie, but don't you think that's an interesting idea of somebody that's got to exist, right?
It's
No.
probably happened in real life,
a
dude.
hitman who rapes
Oh, wait.
people.
I want to rate
Wait,
you
dude,
for
if you-
telling me that story.
You hire.
I just invented that story.
Bro,
Honestly, that's fucking Oscar material.
I mean, you
Maybe
hire a hitman to
Oscars.
fucking kill someone immediately, no?
Zimbabwe.
But you want them to suffer because they.
Ah, okay. No, but then I think at that point you just get like a little radiation gun, like shoot them like every so often.
Yeah, but
and then,
getting
like,
raped is so much better.
You said in their sleep, dude. Oh, unless if they wake up and they just
Yeah,
have
they-
some like big
Like
old
they're tied up and
like
like a
statutory.
strap on like
yeah,
dragon
they've got
dildo
this
on
dude
their
just
ass.
fucking fucking them.
Oh,
he
fuck.
comes to them and they get AIDS.
Yeah, you have
What's
a
wrong
colorful
with
memory.
you?
You've got a colorful mind up there, bud.
These images have been rolling through Ethan's mind
For
every day for years,
Until they
festering.
Until they finally just collected into one thought of the fucking movie.
Ethan,
David,
is,
you got any movie ideas?
It's called Joe Dirt.
Fuck Joe Dirt, dude.
But seriously, I mean, no. I would want to see another one, like Prisoners with Jake Gyllenhaal and like
But with
they
Joe
torture-
Dirt?
Is that what you're saying?
No, just
Oh.
some crazy ass movie like
Like a
that
prison
where there
escape?
Mad
is
Max,
no
but it's
ending.
Joe
in
Dirt.
it.
Everything's Joe Dirt.
Dude, fucking
That movie's crazy.
like a prison escape movie?
It's called Prisoners. You ever seen that movie?
No.
Jake Gyllenhaal and some other dude, and they torture somebody with
Oh
Down
yeah,
syndrome.
some other dudes
and
in some of my favorite movies.
fucking Clay from 13 Reasons Why is in there.
That is.
I didn't even watch that shit.
You got any?
Only suicidal bitches.
You got any
bro.
You got any movie ideas, Josh?
Yeah. So there's you know, shit. I was thinking there's these fucking planets that are tidally locked, meaning like they only face one side of the fucking sun. So like, what if we sent a fucking group of people out into the and make a city in like the habitable zone between like really hot and really cold? Big gang. I don't fucking know.
Okay.
Just riffing.
So
but I feel like that'd be dope because it's like half the planet's on fire. The other's like
That'd be
icy.
cool.
as fuck.
I would make a documentary.
About Joe Dirt
About
and the creation.
All the interesting shit about World War II. That's my favorite
Like
thing
the
to learn about.
crazy
Sure.
ass
Mainly
Nazi
about how,
experiments.
like,
That's
I
pretty
know,
interesting. Nobody's ever done that before.
I know there's a million documentaries out about World War II, but like one that like we talked about this on the last podcast, but like what the Nazis did after it. Like,
Japanese too, bro.
You're pretty obsessed with
That
They
Nazis.
did some crazy fucking experiments.
Oh,
bro.
dude, you gotta watch. There's so many references. I want to talk about Jojo Rabbit so bad.
I want to see that movie so
Holy
bad.
fuck! There's
Did
so
it
many
come out
good
already?
jokes. Yeah,
Ah, fuck.
I think it's playing down the street.
but they only had it in
I
select
do.
theaters because a lot of people are like, "Oh, we don't want a movie where the protagonist is a Nazi and Hitler's one of the main characters."
Scarlett Johansson's so hot.
Dude, Scarlett Johansson? I'd fuck.
She's really hot in this movie.
What is it they said? What was that online thing? They said like, I'd crawl through a mile of glass to smell one of her farts.
I would drag my balls through a
That's
mile
gross.
of glass to hear you fart through a walkie-talkie.
I hate people that say that.
That
Like,
shit's
like,
fucking
I would just
disgusting."
smell. I just want to smell her fart.
Like, god damn.
There's a
It's just a
picture
fart.
somewhere on
It's
my
just
That's
that
why you
big
need to
gap.
participate in fucking No Nut, dude. People just get too fucking like disgusting,
Sexual,
too
yeah.
horny, dude.
I got
Oh,
this.
I just want to fucking drink her boogers.
I wanna taste her. I don't want to ask about her dinner last night. I want
wanna-
to taste
I
it.
want her spit to go in my asshole.
No, but
So
one of the
weird.
funniest things was it was like Scarlett Johansson was signing autographs on the street, and somebody had a picture in front of her with a Sharpie, but the picture had cum stains, and it was of her, and it was like ready to sign, and she's just like it just hit her. It was just
What
a
the
picture.
fuck?
What did she
Something
say?
I saw
Yo,
years ago. I just
show
said
me.
it was a picture, you retard. It wasn't a
Dude,
video.
he's got the murder eyes on right now.
Why?
But yeah, that's gotta be so weird, and I wish it was a video to see what happened.
Yeah, I wish there was a video too.
I think if that happened to me, like I'd be flattered, but if it happened, like I know girls
You'd be
are
flattered
different.
if some dude just like
A
came
girl.
all over you and like,
Hell yeah,
Hey,
it means
sign
I'm
this
handsome
shit.
as shit.
oh,
Any gay
fuck.
dudes want me?
Dude.
I mean, I'm probably.
Okay, so yeah, go keep going.
I mean, it's probably gonna be some like Pablo Escobar looking motherfucker doing that to me if he ever
Dude,
does it.
you're gonna, dude, this is like
But I was wishing of more like a.
you just, like, Gen Z's, like, gayest generation. And then also, like, highest rate of fucking prostate cancer.
So, anyways, continuing my story, I was thinking there could be like a love interest that's a woman, and it's
What
like
the fuck? You
they're together and they want to get married and stuff like that,
Does she know
and they want to
about
have
his-
kids, but she doesn't know about his AIDS, and he has to kind of battle with them throughout the movie. Do I have sex with her and give her my child, but at the same time she'll have AIDS and the kid could have AIDS, and she basically at the end is like, let's just have AIDS together. If you die, I die.
But there's gonna be
Yeah.
a
But
part
he's also
where they're
like-
separated.
But he's also like raping other people, so he's got to like balance his
shit.
lifestyle.
And
You
then
know,
he's
yeah,
also,
yeah.
like,
Does he have a name?
Rape
Oh.
man.
Who would play him?
rape man?
He's the human aid. Just
Who would play him?
I don't
Ben
know.
Affleck.
I was thinking like maybe like a Nick Cage type or something like that. You know.
Nick Cage.
Maybe somebody young. Maybe get like a younger actor in there, like Jake Gyllenhaal, somebody.
Jake Gyllenhaal, I think Miles
Tom
Teller.
Holland.
Not Tom
Not-
Holland's too young.
Yeah.
Tom Holland. I think maybe like
Maybe like a Ryan Gosling.
maybe the origin story for
I could see like a Ryan Gosling type playing him.
Ryan
Yeah.
Gosling. Tom Hardy, I think. No, dude.
No,
Tom Hardy
is like
Tom
he's
Hardy's
Ray
perfect,
Man, yeah.
dude.
Tom Hardy
is Ray
in
Man,
Human
dude.
AIDS.
He was fucking Mad Max, bro. He's got that animalistic side.
He played.
It's good, dude.
Dude, he's played so many like iconic pop culture roles. They're superhero roles. Mad Max arguably is a superhero. Venom. He's played Bane, and now he's playing AIDS Man or Human AIDS.
Human AIDS.
Tom Hardy.
How much would you pay him to do that?
Dude, that's Huh?
How much would you pay him to do that movie?
You gotta make sure he's
Like,
doing a good job.
at least
You gotta-
20 mil.
Yeah, right.
Or no, maybe we could do like art house style,
Oh,
like
so
low
it's like a
budget,
low-
like they're
I
just
think I'd
low
get
budget
Mark
rate.
Wahlberg.
battling with the idea of like, does somebody who has AIDS deserve love?
Well,
And,
how are you gonna? Okay, but
You
how
know?
would you make a story about someone giving other people AIDS a blockbuster?
He's going to an
Like,
orgy. It doesn't have to be a blockbuster. Like I said, it'll
Sex
be
buster.
it'll be like a Jojo Rabbit.
Mid
Okay.
No, he could be like in his early 30s. Tom Hardy.
Maybe he's like already been married. Oh wait, but then how are you gonna work in the AIDS side? Like,
He goes to it. He's
he
desperate.
went to a gay bar one time.
Went to an orgy and I don't know. Somebody stuck it in his ass. I guess.
He's like, hey,
Maybe he drank some
wife,
cum. I
How
don't know.
about instead of a child, here's a dog? And she's like, fuck yeah.
I'm
so
genuinely
shitty.
getting this movie made. If I ever become a millionaire,
Can I get acted
expect
in
this
it?
movie.
I wanna
Yeah,
roll.
dude.
You
Yeah,
can
I
be
want
the
a
first
side
to
actor.
get first person he rapes.
Rape victim number 1 in 7.
They'll be like, we found somebody. There's this man and he killed my daughter, and we don't have any proof, so we can't send him to prison. But what he did to my daughter is horrible, and she was murdered and raped for it. And we couldn't really claim him. And then it'll just cut to you sleeping. Tom Hardy gets a handcuff. No! Just fucking shoves a cock in your mouth. Drink it. And then he leaves, he pulls his cock out of your mouth, and he lifts your head up in the air, and he's like, he puts a chokehold on you. He's like, I'm not letting go unless you swallow. Please, Mister, no.
Like,
I'll give you some of my millions. He's like, it's not about the money.
That Samuel,
You drink it.
that Samuel L. Jackson movie,
About the
The
money.
Hateful Eight. He's like, you gonna suck. Oh,
Oh
God,
yeah,
yes.
dude.
Motherfucking cock.
You showed me that at lunch, and
My
that changed my
Black
life.
motherfucking Johnson.
That was
He
I couldn't
sucked
sleep
my
that
Johnson.
night, dude.
Yeah.
Mainly because I went home and
Basically, yeah.
watched
So
it.
if you haven't seen it, it's pretty funny.
AIDS man.
It's about Civil War. No, this is not about the human AIDS. This is about the Hateful Eight. And there's this guy, and he's talking about his son, the guy's son.
Yeah.
And he's like, your son, I stripped him naked for being a racist. I made him walk out in the snow, and to keep warm, he had to suck and drink my cum.
And then you just let him fucking freeze to death.
Basically,
hard
that movie,
shit.
but with AIDS, is AIDS Man. AIDS Man is gonna be it's gonna be an Oscar-worthy movie.
Where's it gonna be set? That's important too. I think
Uh,
like
I'm thinking like Baltimore or somewhere like that.
Baltimore.
St. Louis.
I think
It's gotta be somewhere with like a really like high population of rich people and high population of like poverty.
Dude, if
Los
you go
Angeles.
international, it'd be like
Miami.
Brazil, dude.
Oh yeah, Brazil. Like maybe that's like sequel bait.
Yeah, okay.
Like the movie ends with he gets a phone call. We have a job for you. Yeah. He's like coughing because he's like a time bomb. He's got AIDS. So he coughs up some blood. We have a job for you in Brazil. I'll be there. Movie ends. AIDS Man. It'll be like Back to the Future where the second one does the same thing and then it continues on his story of AIDS.
But like once this is like a world-renowned film, it's gonna make a shit ton of money. So they're gonna want a prequel or like a trilogy, but make the third one a prequel.
The second
Like the other two.
so there'll be 3 of them. The third
Number
one is
three,
the
rape
third one's
girl.
more okay. So I'm thinking the second one is just amped up, and the third one's kind of like a smaller budget. I'm thinking maybe like a
the
psychological
hard-hitting art house.
It's like he's
Oh,
finally the
yeah.
AIDS is hitting him. He's deteriorating.
Yeah. Oh, and like he's just coming to terms with like all the people he's raped.
Yeah,
and,
like he's fucked up so many people's lives, but at the same time, there are bad people. Like David was a rapist and stuff like that.
he raped criminals.
Maybe they'll have like a flashback in the movie where it just goes to David. Ah!
Dude. What if someone puts a hit on a child and it's like a shit ton of money and he's just like, oh fuck, I need the money, dude.
Yeah, dude. There's like so many good like interesting stories that could be told with AIDS, man.
Okay, you know, at first I'll be honest, I wasn't sold yet. Holy fuck, dude. I'll finance this shit myself, dude.
Josh is on his way to.
I'll go to the
now
bank,
take
dude.
out some loans.
Maybe
Fuck
if
yeah,
we
dude.
can't get this movie made.
Can I do blackface in the movie?
While you're getting raped.
You have big red lips in the movie. We've got this Puerto Rican guy here. Senor.
I'm wearing a sombrero.
Imagine your neighbor comes to the door. Hey, I hear you talking about AIDS, man. I'm in
I've been recording your conversation.
for years.
Sending it to the president. He's gonna fucking shoot you.
Nah, dude, they're probably gonna steal the idea. Better get this shit. We gotta write this shit right now, dude. Right after this podcast.
I've genuinely thought about this movie idea though.
Really?
About like a hitman, like rapist. That's like. I bet it could make some money. Maybe like a
Rateman
Pornhub
67.
exclusive. Like Johnny Sins could play the role. You know?
Yeah.
Dude, that's literally like this is like literally everything again.
Maybe a
You said you
J-Mac.
hated rape, but now you're just like, all right, let's do it.
By the way, David, like you're getting like fully anal in this scene. Like, cum is coming out of your asshole.
Are you gonna make? Is it gonna be like
You're
method
just
acting?
crying. And
You are not getting a body
Yeah.
double.
I think the biggest the biggest scare in movies or in any scenario, I think people's biggest fear is just being out of control.
Mm-hmm.
Like rape, being out of control, rape, being in prison and there's nothing you can do, watching your family die. It's
Yeah.
all like something you can't control. You know? I feel like I wouldn't be scared of like the boogeyman. Just fucking kill him. Just shoot him.
Bro, this is why I need concealed carry.
This is why we need guns.
We need a cap a little.
Every episode has gone into this so far. Well, the two we've made. This episode is just...
This is
I don't even
fucking
know.
retarded.
Brought to you by
dude.
Ruger.
This is definitely going to be the worst episode we've ever made.
Nah, dude. Okay, trust me. In about like however long it
Are we
takes
ending
to
it
get
right there?
some fucking movie studio is gonna take our idea in like a few months, dude. I'm telling you right now.
Of Rape Man?
Of course. Or I thought it was Human AIDS.
Whatever his name
Or AIDS
is.
Man.
Something like that.
Live Aid.
The Walking.
Yeah, he does the third one. It's like a time travel movie. He goes to... It shows like, you know that scene in Bohemian Rhapsody where it's showing like the montage of all the fucking cocks he sucks?
Yeah.
And it just shows Tom Hardy like... You get Rami Malek in as a cameo.
Wait, are you saying Tom Hardy's the one who gave did someone have a hit on
Yeah.
Freddie?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Somebody's like, I fucking hate Queen. I need you to...
Yeah.
Oh shit, you mean Eazy-E too? Fucking every celebrity?
I mean...
Oh fuck.
Basically, so what happens is Eazy-E's not gay and somebody has a hit out on Eazy-E. What happens in the third one is it's a time travel movie.
He's
I
like a
said.
rapper. He would never say.
So
it
what
out
he
loud.
does is, basically,
He's got the
He
time
comes-
stone.
he gives the girl a condom. Like, you know, there's female condoms. He gives the girl a condom. He comes in it. He comes in the condom and pretends that it's lube. And then when Eazy-E goes to fuck it, like, he's got the AIDS on his dick.
You've
Amazing.
like this is premeditated, dude. He's been thinking about this for a long
yeah.
ass time. How many months of your life have you sunk into the plot of this movie?
Like,
The next
I've
podcast
gen-
is gonna start with.
I've genuinely
Ethan
thought
has
about the
been
plot of
brutally
AIDS Man
raped.
probably like 7 hours in my life. Just thinking about AIDS Man.
this is like over the span of several years.
When did this idea first come to your mind?
Probably like last year.
Oh, so that's not a long time. I thought you were gonna say like ever since 5th grade I've been thinking about this rape man.
Dude,
movie.
no. Dude, so the thing about sex is I didn't even know sex was a thing. When I was younger, I used to hear people talk about, oh, she had the baby the wrong way. So I always thought there was multiple ways to have a baby, so I thought my parents were virgins. So I remember, like, my friend in, like, the 5th or 6th grade is like, dude, your parents had sex, and that's how you were born. And I was like, I was crying. I was like, this can't be.
Like
this
this
cannot-
mustn't be.
This couldn't happen. This isn't real. He's like, sorry, dude. Parents fucked.
Probably while your parents fucked while you were in her tummy.
Is that why there's a little dent in my head?
Is that why he's so
Got a couple
retarded?
dents.
Anything else?
Not that I can think of.
So instead of like all that placenta juice, it's just cum.
Oh, wait. So Joe Dirt 4, right?
Oh shit!
What was 3?
Joe Dirt 4
What was
crossover
three?
with Rape
Three
Man.
was Joe
It'll be
Dirt
the
escapes
be the
prison.
biggest crossover event in cinematic history.
What about 4? He teams up with the Mall Cop. Paul Blart 3, Joe Dirt 4.
AIDS Man 3.
What's like another franchise? Joe Dirt, Mall Cop. What's Adam Sandler's? Like Happy
Dude,
Gilmore 2.
Fucking Meet the Fockers.
Ben Stiller's in it. Dodgeball 3. I don't know if there's a 2.
Oh, what's that cowboy movie he made?
The Ridiculous
Brokeback
Six.
Mountain.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, this has been Ethan.
Okay.
Fuck you.
This has been David. This has been
Okay,
Josh.
Boomer.
And we're wrapping this episode up.
I'm gonna put it on mute. Fuck you.
Bye.
So in our final moments, I'd like to say I love you.